There are certain subconscious signals that tell you a woman is into you and waiting for you to make a move. In this video, we'll identify the signals, and I will also share how to provoke a woman to show these signs if she's interested in you but is not expressing it for some reason. Additionally, I'll explain what to do when you notice the signs of her interest to move your interaction to the level of intimacy and relationships. It's very important to understand that female attraction is not constant. It can change. We men can stay in love with a woman for months simply because we're visually stimulated. Yeah, she's just beautiful and that's enough for us. But women fall in love with a man's behavior. At some point, a woman might be interested in you, but if you fail to move things toward intimacy or don't establish a strong masculine position and instead come across as needy, her attraction will fade. But here's the good news. I'll also show you what to do when you see the signs of interest to escalate your interaction to intimacy and relationships. You will learn how to skillfully and quickly move your connection from just meeting to actively talking, going on a date, kissing, and finally making her quickly develop feelings for you. She'll want to be intimate with you and explore a relationship. All of these comes from understanding the subconscious signals of a woman's interest, signals she doesn't consciously control, and knowing how to provoke her into showing them. Let's dive in. The first signal is energy in her interaction with you. This one says a lot, especially in situations where a woman is tired after work or has had a tough day. Yet, when she's around you, her voice is lively and energetic. You can see it in her behavior and posture. This happens because her body is releasing certain hormones as she subconsciously sees you as a valuable man. She wants to make a good impression on you despite her fatigue. She wants to appear attractive in your eyes, so her body responds with a hormonal boost that drives her to be lively and engaged. If you notice this, it's a great sign that she's interested in you. The second signal, awkward movements. You've probably experienced this yourself. When you're around a woman you like and you're unsure where things stand between you, you might find yourself acting a bit clumsy. Maybe you accidentally bump into something or walk awkwardly. If you see a woman acting similarly, fidgeting, touching random objects, accidentally bumping into a cup or brushing against your hand as you walk, this awkwardness can come from the tension she feels when she likes you but doesn't yet know what's going to happen between you two. She's waiting for you to take the lead. That's why noticing this clumsiness is another strong signal that something is developing between you two. One important note. Don't rely on a single sign to determine if she likes you. If you do, you might be wrong. For example, her awkwardness might be caused by something else, not by the fact that she likes you. However, if you see a combination of the signs I'm sharing with you, it's a reliable indication that she's genuinely into you and waiting for you to make a move. The third signal is mirroring your posture. Pay attention to the positions she takes when she's around you. You may have heard of something called posture mirroring. When we like someone, we might subconsciously copy their posture or movements. The person is holding a cup in a certain hand, and we might do the same. Or if a person crosses their legs, you might cross yours too. This is also true for women. When she's into you, she may unconsciously mimic your posture. So keep an eye out. If you're sitting at the table in a certain position, does she adjust her position to match yours? This mirroring is a subconscious sign of her desire to connect with you. Another subtle subconscious sign of her interest is how she positions her body towards you. Not only does she face you directly when talking, but she also leans closer. For example, if you're sitting across from each other, she might lean forward towards you. This physical inclination shows her subconscious desire to get closer to you. Of course, this excludes situations where she's leaning in because it's noisy around you and she simply cannot hear you. Okay, and here's a hint of what you can do on a date to test this signal. Just sit back in your chair and give her the chance to lean towards you. You may notice that when you're attracted to a woman, you also have a natural urge to lean in. Resist that urge and sit back instead. Then observe if she's leaning towards you. If she does, it's a great sign. The fifth signal, a genuine smile. Well, we smile at each other quite often, but a genuine smile is a subconscious reaction. It involves more than just the corners of the mouth. It also includes the eyes. You'll notice small wrinkles around her eyes and a light that seems to shine in them. A genuine smile can be faked, but few people bother to try. So, if you see this along with other signs and notice her smiling sincerely rather than mechanically, it's another strong indication of her interest. The sixth signal is laughter. Pay attention to how often she laughs around you. I'm not suggesting you start cracking jokes to make her laugh. That's not necessary. A woman who's interested in you might laugh just because she feels good being around you. So even small funny moments may trigger her laughter if she enjoys your company. It's a reflection of the positive emotions she feels when she's around you. And there's another detail about laughter. If you say something that's not particularly funny, but she reacts as though it's the funniest thing she's ever heard, laughing sincerely and with enthusiasm, it says a lot. Think about it. The same joke might be told by two different people. One might make you laugh because you like them and enjoy their company. The other might leave you unmoved because you feel neutral or indifferent toward them. So when a woman laughs at even your not so funny jokes, it's an excellent sign that she has strong feelings of interest and a positive attitude toward you. If you take a decisive step at this moment, she'll likely welcome it. Another clear sign is when a woman tries to remain in your line of sight or physically close to you. For example, this might happen at work with a colleague you're interested in, or at the gym with a woman you have noticed. Here's an example from my own life. I met one of my past girlfriends at the gym. I noticed that she frequently stayed near me even though there were plenty of other places where she could exercise. This happened multiple times and eventually we made eye contact, which led to us talking. I began to build an emotional connection with her. And you should understand that building emotional closeness is a critical step. When you see signs that a woman likes you but you're not yet close or haven't gone on a date and you think, wow, there's potential here, it's essential to establish trust and emotional bond. This significantly increases the chances that she will say yes when you ask her out. Okay, how to create emotional connection and trust is completely another topic. However, on my Telegram channel, I share detailed posts about how to talk to a woman so that she quickly feels trust and closeness with you, feelings she wouldn't typically experience with other men she's just met. If you follow the strategies I share in those posts, you'll find it much easier to break the ice and build a connection that makes her want to spend more time with you. You can find the link to my Telegram channel in the description below and in the first pinned comment. Check it out, read the posts, and apply these techniques. You'll notice how much easier it becomes to connect with women and establish rapport when that initial ice between you melts quickly. Okay, so the next sign you might notice, especially with a woman you've known for a while, is her physical touch. These touches might seem casual, but they often carry meaning. For example, she might notice a piece of lint on your shoulder and just brush it off. Or perhaps she'll come to you at work with a question and place her hand on your shoulder as she speaks. These subtle touches reveal her desire to be closer to you. They show she feels drawn to you and wants a level of physical closeness. If you notice this behavior along with other signals, take action. Don't hesitate. If you wait too long, her interest might fade. She might decide, well, this guy only sees me as a friend. Once that happens, it can be challenging to reignite her feelings and make her see you as a potential romantic partner. So don't delay. The ninth signal is when a woman is fixing her appearance. For example, a woman might play with her hair, letting it down or smoothing it out. She might highlight attractive parts of her body, showing off a delicate manicure or her wrists. She could even reapply her lipstick shortly after you arrive, especially if you are co-workers or see each other regularly. These small gestures could be her way of trying to appear as attractive as possible in your eyes. If you see this sign along with others, take it as a cue to make your move. If you haven't already invited her on a date, it's the perfect time to do so. And if you're already on a date, it's the right moment to start flirting or moving toward more intimate connection. Speaking of flirting, this is one of the biggest weak spots for men. Most men don't understand how to escalate with a woman sexually. While many have a decent grasp of what to talk about, they struggle to transition from casual conversation to kissing, intimacy, and sex. I cover this topic extensively on my Telegram channel. Once you check out the post linked below, use the hashtag flirting in the search bar to find all my posts on how to flirt with women. These posts will help you arouse her and create the right atmosphere for your first kiss, which can then lead to sex and a deeper connection. It's important to understand that sex amplifies a woman's feelings for you. It's the key activity that strengthens her emotional bond and makes her want a relationship with you. But if you start by giving her flowers, like so many do before sex, or confessing your feelings, you're likely to hear something like, "Let's not rush things," or "Sorry, I see you as a friend, there's no spark," or even, "I'm not looking for a relationship right now." What does it mean? It means you rushed things. Focus on building her feelings first. Once she says something like, "I love you," or "What are we to each other?" and you see that she genuinely wants to be with you, that's the right time to start giving her flowers or making other romantic gestures. Now, what if you're not seeing the signals I've described? This can happen for a couple of reasons. Maybe you're not trained to notice them yet, or perhaps the woman is not showing them clearly. The good news is that there are specific actions you can take to provoke her into revealing whether she's interested in you or not. For example, if you have a female acquaintance you're attracted to, like a colleague or a woman at the gym you occasionally talk to, say something like, "I think we should meet up sometime and talk." That's it. Then observe her reaction. You don't need to suggest a specific time or place immediately. Just offer the idea and see how she responds. Does she start to close off? Does her expression become neutral or even frown slightly? If so, this indicates that either there's no emotional connection yet or she's not interested, and it's better to move on and focus on other potential matches. If the issue is a lack of emotional connection, that's something you can work on. And if you're struggling in this area, my Telegram channel is filled with practical advice on how to create that bond. However, if her reaction is something like, "Oh yeah, that sounds really cool," or she smiles warmly, you've got a positive response. There's no need to overthink it. This is a good sign. Use this strategy whenever you're unsure about how a woman feels. Don't jump into asking her out on a date right away. Start with this casual suggestion and gauge her reaction. Another way to test her feeling is to use a playful line during your conversation. For example, after talking with her for a while, casually glance at your watch and say with a smile, "Oh, alright, I need to head out. I have a meeting with a girl." Her reaction will tell you a lot. If she asks, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" or shows a slight emotional reaction, such as curiosity or even mild disappointment, this is a good sign. You can then laugh and say, No, I mean my knees. We're going to draw with sidewalk chalk. Serious business, you know. Of course, this could also be your daughter or a goddaughter if it applies. This playful approach not only helps you gauge her feelings, but also shows that you're good with kids, something many women find attractive. By the way, if you want to learn how to arouse a woman on a date through physical touch, I recommend watching this video. In it, I explain step by step how to gradually and smoothly build her attraction with touch so she genuinely desires you. See you in the video. Bye bye.